Welcome back! Over the past few months, Nick and I have been developing and improving on our idea to create an energy-efficient pipeline. Like most inventions, the first model is not always stellar, so I will go into the development of our invention. Before doing that, let's question, what is the point? What will an energy-efficient pipeline do? Let's reflect on why something so small can make such a big impact on society and the quality of our planet. We live in a small world, don't we? With all these natural resources at our fingertips, it is hard to believe that we are actually running out of important elements. In addition to this, the sources that are used on a massive scale create unhealthy wastes that are emitted into the atmosphere, which in turn do not only affect our health, but affect the planet's health. That's why we thought about inventing an eco-friendly method of creating power that could create power absolutely anywhere. The eco-friendly pipeline could be installed within the piping of anyone's home. When the turbine moves with the current of the water, the kinetic energy it generates is transformed into electricity. Our invention is consisted of a fully functional turbine with propellers that have the structure of a scoop, as if it could scoop up water and move at a faster rate. The pipe has an arch-shaped opening that the turbine's propellers can fit into. The opening has the shape of an arch because of the way the propellers are shaped. In the pipe, there is a hot glue mound where the water meets the propellers. When a current runs through the pipe, it travels over the mound, so more water can reach the propellers. Since more water is reaching the propellers, more water is collected as it spins, thus increasing the movement of the turbine. In our invention, we also have a wooden support which could change the angle of inclination, so gravity could act on the water and create more kinetic energy that would create power. We mustn't forget that there will also be a hole drilled inside the wooden plank to hold the turbine in place. So when the turbine is put on an incline, the turbine will not be succumbed by gravity and fall out of place.
Much like Thomas Edison, we also ran into many difficulties while trying to build the pipe turbine. Mostly was the development of the pipe turbine prototype, because the blades that were provided were very awkwardly shaped and not optimal for the pipe design that we have. That led to many of the problems that we faced with the prototype, as shown in the journal that we have. There were many issues with getting the blades to fit into the pipe that led to us needing to cut the majority of the pipe in the middle to fit the turbine blades. Then, like Edison, we also had problems required more than one attempt at getting it to work. That was the flow of water through the pipe. Luckily, the problem we ran into was nothing like the enormous task that Edison had with his most known invention, the light bulb. He had to find a way to make the very expensive short lifespan light bulb that existed at the time and make it a more durable material that's incandescent. He also had to make a better vacuum in the light bulb, along with a high resistance filament material. Getting these things right took Edison over 1,000 attempts to successfully make the light bulb that he wanted. Of course, our task wasn't as severe as Edison's, and it didn't require nearly as many attempts to get it to work. Fortunately, we only took 3 designs in order to get the pipe turbine to work. It isn't quite as ideal for the prototype, but we believe that there is still a lot of room for improvement.
Not only is the pipeline efficient, but it is also affordable. In Denmark, there are times when there is too much power generated from the wind turbines, thus forcing power companies to sell extra power for a lower price than it costs to generate it. On other occasions, there is not enough power generated for people who are staying inside their home on a day with no wind. If there were hydro turbines that constantly generated power no matter what the weather was, there would be a good amount of power generated for a cheap price. Just don't leave your water running.